And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
McCollum outside. Takes a three. Beasley with the rebound. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title. And his first season, Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe, and this summer he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Here's McCollum.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Beasley. Pass to Murray. Leonard with the ball. Here's Adebayo.
Impressive defense by Gallinari. He has some size, and he has good instincts.
And the basket by McCollum. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shots.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And the basket by McCollum.
Man, he has come out focused and efficient. Love what he's doing at the offensive end.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
McCollum outside. Back to Walker. Pass to Gallinari. The Pistons rebound. McCollum with the ball. He's covered by Leonard. Now the Raptors moving it up. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach, get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
Bagley. Rebounded by the Pistons. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Right side to Walker. Pass to Gallinari. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. 5 to shoot. That's a two-pointer from Walker. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Murray outside. For three, Beasley hits it from three-point range. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more three-point field goal attempts takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
His three-pointer's off the mark. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Pistons. They trail by 6. Back to Gallinari. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Murray. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
A three from McCollum. Pass to Grant. Pistons passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Adebayo. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Inside. Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Back to McCollum. Detroit, no good that time either.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. And a wide open look for Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Pass to Leonard. Now Beasley. The three. Walker with some nice D. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And the rejection by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And it's Gallinari missing. Takes the 13-footer. Great positioning on the putback.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their transition game has been in. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Raptors so far.
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Gallinari on the wing. No good. Shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way.
Well, the Pistons, one of the more successful franchises in NBA history. 3 titles and many other trips to the NBA Finals. Only a handful of franchises can say that.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Outside jumper. Stolen by McCollum. Jumps up. And McCollum with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
McConnell scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Gallinari with the steal. Tries it from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. Here's Brunson. Kicks it out to McCollum. Tries yet again. And it's McConnell with the rebound. Toronto leading by 14. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. On the wing, Shumpert. Here's the 3. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
And the team wants Shumpert to be a 3-and-D guy. Just has to be more consistent out there.
Oubre can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Now, here's McConnell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Baines. Raptors moving the ball around. And that one's good. Shumpert.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
McCollum outside. Gallinari in the corner. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Pistons now. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Pass to McCollum. The 10-footer.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
They grab their own miss. Carroll with it. Here's McConnell. He is guarded by McCollum. Back to Carroll. 5 on the clock. Taken away by Hayes. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Raptors. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Shumpert in the corner. Unable to get that one. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Baines. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Gallinari. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gallinari's got his first 2 points of the night.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Now here's Carroll. Brunson covering. Shumpert gets a wide open look. And the Raptors miss again.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Well, one area that has slowed the Pistons the last decade is their player development.
Yeah, GA, you look at their roster, very few homegrown players. The Pistons haven't had a lot of hits with their first-round picks. To be a top team, you need to have a front office that can build from within.
Here's Carroll. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Here's McCollum. 10 points for him. Pass to Oubre. Back to McCollum. And here's Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brunson. And it's blocked. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Pass to Hayes. It's stolen by Bagley. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Beasley outside. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Raptors as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Pistons trailed by 21. Pass to Kleba. Here's McCollum. Over Adebayo. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Pistons. Murray surveying the D. Misses the three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And yes, it's good. Grant's got his first points in this one. Well, we see a lot of big men creating offense, Smitty. Who's on your list for perhaps the best outlet passer in the game right now?
Let's start off. I would say Kevin Love is one of those guys who still is, I think, the best outlet passer as a big. Jokic, also Blake Griffin, some of those guys can really pass. DeMarcus Cousins, those are some of the bigs that have great outlet passes.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. 17-point game. It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Beasley. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 9 points for Beasley.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Wide open look here for Murray. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got 5 points so far.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Up top, Walker. Pass to Kleba. McCollum outside. Detroit, no good that time either. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Kawhi was drafted 15th overall in 2011. If they had a redraft, I wonder what number he would go down.
Down low. Back to Grant. 6 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Smitty, for players, social media can build their brands and they can engage their fans, but there are some downsides.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I mean, it's a fantastic tool, like you said, for endorsement and bringing those fans into your home or into your life. But the downside, people can see some things they don't want to see, and also you can regret posting a lot of things.
I think, yeah, sometimes people do regret hitting that send button. So, yeah, they got to be careful. You're right.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Pass to Grant. Back to Walker. Trying to get something going. Drills the three-pointer. Walker's got 6.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." And that's what I've done. So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. And the technical free throw is good.
And this is where you want to see Gallinari if you're the coach. A knockdown shooter at the free throw line.
And stolen by McConnell. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Pass to Oubre. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. That 3 off the mark. And here's Toronto.
And the Raptors took some heat for parting ways with reigning Coach of the Year, Dwayne Casey. But his successor, Nick Nurse, guided this franchise to an NBA title.
Tremendous self-belief and determination. The only NBA head coach who was also a head coach in college, the G League, and overseas. He's been preparing for this for a long time.
Here's Hayes. The shot comes out, so the Raptors will take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And it's good for 2. Shumpert's got 10.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
McCollum up top. He's got 12. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Pass to Kleba. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Raptors president of basketball operations, Masai Ujiri, not just doing an amazing job in Toronto, he's also had a huge role in the growing of the game in Africa.
Growing up in Nigeria, he fell in love with the game of basketball, and he has worked his way up. Now he's given a hand back, building pathways for others to follow in his footsteps, bringing the development and leadership to the continent.
Here's Shumpert. But they'll get another chance. Jacks up a 3. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And stolen by McConnell. Pass to Baines. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. High post Lopez. Over Shumpert. And that one's good by Lopez.
And you like to keep the big fella involved offensively, especially around the rim. Like that, Robin with a nice move.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And here's McConnell. The 3 ball. It's not going to go for him.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Count the basket.
Terrible shot selection, but you've got to appreciate his confidence.
Pass to Baines. Out to Shumpert. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Carroll, no one around him. No good with the triple. Here's McCollum. They get the rebound. Holiday. McCollum with the ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Well, Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Yep, it counts.
Good look by Shumpert. Right on the money.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Toronto. McCollum outside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, the brand new Little Caesars Arena here in Detroit. How are you feeling it, Smitty?
GA, it's a great state-of-the-art facility. Glad the new location is in downtown Detroit. Hopefully, an iconic venue for an iconic team.
Pass to Adebayo. Stolen by McCollum. Now Detroit moving it up. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Second chance shot. Rebound by Murray.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Here's Gallinari. And the layup falls.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
That's tipped. And Toronto turns it over again. And so Grant will bring it up for Detroit. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. No good from Ross.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Beasley outside. Off target from outside.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
No good from Grant.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
It's been all Raptors. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Into the lineup.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Throws it up high. Stolen by Grant. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adebayo.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Walker looking for an opening. It's McCollum on the wing. Beasley with the steal. Here's Bagley. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul called on the Detroit Pistons. And he can't get the first one.
Well, some ups and downs for Marvin Bagley in that rookie campaign with the Kings, but you could see the flashes of potential and the tremendous work ethic when he was out on that floor.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Swiped it away. Here's Monk. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. And with Bagley, the mobility he showed for his size is really what impresses you.
And that blend of size and speed is why many feel like he could play across the entire front line. Wasn't in the Rookie of the Year race, but in a few years, he could be right there with the best of the best from that 2018 class.
It's been all Raptors. Now McConnell. To the wing right side. Pass to Baines. Back to Monk. Shoots from the baseline.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Raptors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
McCollum, no good. First one falls for him.
And Monk is an interesting player, a combo guard with fantastic scoring potential, quick on both ends of the floor.
The Toronto Raptors are an elite defensive group. Reasons why they're long, they're smart, and they're experienced.
Pass to McCollum. Monk with the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg.